PBL Season 3 Payroll Circle Question A.
There are 5 weaknesses of internal control in this company which I can identify. First, the employee manually record their hours worked on timesheet. Thus, there is a possibility for the employee to lie in their time and attendance data, which will cause company to pay higher expenses. So in order to improve, since the company is a manufacturing company, so it is good for them to use biometric authentication techniques such as hand scan in order to verify the identity of the employee who is clocking in and out. This will prevent the employee from leaving the work early and wrongly record the time. The second weaknesses that I can find is the payroll clerk involved in preparing the check and updating the payroll register. It shows that the clerk has done 2 different work. So in order to improve, the payroll clerk only can involve in 1 work, as there must be a proper segregation of duty. By this segregation, it will prevent someone with access to paycheck from creating fictitious employees or altering pay rate and then intercepting those fraudulent checks. Third is the clerk which prepared the check does not being supervised. In order to improve, there must be a supervisory review of the payroll register and other reports serve as a detective control to identify the payroll processing error. This is because payroll processing is very complexity, so it must be reviewed in order to find the error. Next is the use of copy of the payroll register. To update the account payable ledger may cause error in updating it. This is because payroll register is not a review and approved document yet. In order to improve, the company needs to use a review and approved document. This is because using a review and approve will prevent the clerk to make a mistake. As an advice, the company should use a disbursement voucher. Disbursement voucher is prepared after payroll register being reviewed and approved. The preparation this voucher is to authorize the transfer of funds from the company's general checking account to its payroll bank account. Besides, it also being used to update the general ledger since the detail in the voucher is clean from fraud. It is good for the company use this detail to update the ledgers. Database in ledgers is very important. Error in ledgers will cause the misleading report. The last weakness is the cash disbursement clerk sign the paycheck without reviewing the payroll register and the disbursement voucher. In order to improve, the clerk only can sign the check once he or she reviewed the payroll register and the disbursement voucher. This is because by reviewing those documents, it will prevent the company to incur wrong amount.
PBL Season 3 Payroll Circle Question B.
There are 5 benefits of cloud-based payroll for business. First is employee able to access their information, low cost, improved transparency, easy to integrate, and easier to report. The first benefit is employee able to access their information. They're able to access it anytime, everywhere, and anywhere they want to do it. For example, they are accessing their payslip, they're knowing their benefit, they want to request a leave balance, they want to know the balance, the real-time attendance data, the tax-related information, the personal information, and many more. Next is low cost. Why it is a low cost? This is because there is no physical setup or hardware required. The company can save a lot of both initial and recurring expenses, including the in-house IT support. This cloud-based payroll will make automatically update instantly. This will keep the payroll process are consistently up to date and compliant. For example, you are a manufacturing company and you need to update a detail about the hourly work employee. Without the software, you need to update the detail manually, one by one, by your IT team. Team here bring us the mean of many people in updating the information. But if we use the software, we just need to ask your IT employee to change the setting and it will be update all the detail automatically for you. So we can reduce the expenses if we can hire one person only instead of many employees to do same work. And there will be no error to be made if we use the software. Besides, it also improves transparency, as a cloud-based payroll enables all authorized employees access to their relevant information at the click of button. The manager can access their team information like leave requests and training schedule without having to ask the human resources department. This overview enables them to approve or decline leave submission quickly, which makes it easier for everyone to plan better. For example, you have requests for leave for next week for no reason, but you actually having seminar that week. So, with that information, the manager can decline the leave request. Other than that, it also gives management mobile access to workflow status. This will allow for much insight into what is happening in the organization and what employees are working on. For example, the company serves service to clients and you manage to serve more than 10 clients. So by reviewing and not just hearing on this info, the manager might give you a bonus due to that achievement. The other benefit is it is easy to integrate with the other system, where we can link this cloud-based payroll with other applications and software programs that your businesses uses. By integrating the software, it will save the time and avoiding the duplication of work. For example, you integrate the cloud-based payroll with the ERP software. By doing this, any new employee detail will be automatically updated in ERP software, and this will prevent you to do an error and it will save time. The last benefit that we can get from having cloud-based payroll is easier reporting. This is because with this software, you will get the instant result, where there will be no delay in submitting the report that regard to the payroll, as all the information in the software is up to date. For example, the manager would like to have every month report for the employee payroll. So, what just you need to do is printing the result, which is automatically done by the software.
PBL Season 3 Payroll Circle Question C.
There are two possible risks that associate with non-cloud-based payroll system, which is non-compliance. There are a lot of businesses or organizations face this type of problem. Becoming a non-compliance company may be due to late payment or underpaying staff. This situation will occur if the company fails to update the detail. For example, earlier this year, the minimum wage rate in Malaysia is 1,200 ringgit Malaysia. Unfortunately, your clerk forgot to update the system. So at the end of the month, your company faced this type of problem since your employee, which previously received minimum wage rate 900 ringgit, has reported to the labor officer. Other than that, the other possible risk is having a data loss. It is important to have a backup in place. This is doubly important for payroll, as if disaster strikes and the hard drive where your payroll information was stored destroyed, you are up some sort of creek without a paddle. Due to this, your worker cannot get paid. For example, your company having a fire and all the data had burned. This will cause you a big trouble where you cannot recover the data.